The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I into the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepareth a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kadema way. How my house of Lisa. I don't know what it was sickly for. I tell you more. Oh you all done. This is the Blakk Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral and never claim to be, because we have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a Blakk pot, and each time this Blakk pot sits on the fire there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the Blakk pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. This is what we do right here. Oh yes, literally. We pick up ideas from all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, and we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas by putting to scrutiny forensically all these ideas, so that we use the creme de la creme of all these ideas for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is where the truth lives. The headquarters of the truth, the address of the truth, the domicile of the truth, the habitat of the truth. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you and we love you. This is the Blakk Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, where we speak truth to power. And our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Your product will do so well on this show. And the good news is that if you have any story you want us to follow up on, we are more than just excited to do that. We are one big family. This is the fastest growing network online. We are called Black Empire Media. If you have not as yet subscribed to this channel, please, it takes just 1 second. Hit on the subscription button. Right after that, you hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. I am excited to be with you. We are live on YouTube. We are also live on Facebook. You can find us on X, formerly called Twitter. Also on Instagram and on TikTok. We keep ticking and talking with the hands of patriotism. Remember, here we don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. Come here. This is the Blakk Pot, aka AKUFO-ADDO, and here we speak truth to power. Today we have 5 very important stories to look at, and we're going to run with the speed of lightning. Please bear with the speed so we'll be able to complete all these. My brother, my sister, This is the Blackport, aka Kukushonemo. One more time, share the broadcast so many more people can be part of this caboodle. It's all in the interest of God and country. Our country, and you respond or nothing. Notre pays ou rien. This is the headquarters of the truth. The Blackport, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. If you're ready, let's get ready to rumble. Story number 1. Watch this. MP STICKA stoops low again. We went to school together at T.I. Ahmadiyya Secondary School. In school, we simply called him STICKA. But his real name is Stephen Amwa. He has a PhD, I am told. So he's Dr. Stephen Amwa. He was born on the 27th of March in 1970. So that gives him 55 years. He's a very interesting man. He was a deputy minister of finance. And then he held some other positions in government in the erstwhile NPP era. Hey, he loves to have fun. Now he's in the camp of Kennedy, Japan, campaigning for him to become the flag bearer of the NPP. And each time he appears on the campaign block, oh, you will see him dancing to the glory of the Most High God. That is STICKA. Oh my God, wonderful dance moves. This is STICKA. And the people love him for his dance skills and also his fun-loving nature. Dash him away. Now, recently, he was embroiled in a very nasty controversy when it was said that a man who was involved in an helicopter crash, one of the 8 that we lost in this country on the 6th of August 2025, Samuel Abuaje, had for a long time before his death fingered Dr. Stephen Amwa, aka STICKA, as a man who was committing adultery with his wife. And he even doubted if their child, whose face we have blurred in this photograph, was truly his or it belonged to Dr. Stephen Amwa, aka STICKA. It is the matter of a legal issue right now, but STICKA has come out to violently deny this, vehemently say no to all the accusations. That was the last controversy he was involved in. Of course, we know that he granted an interview in which he cried tears right on live TV. We remember all that. This is STICKA. Now, it looks like STICKA has gone yet another notch low. What has he done? Now, STICKA went on a political campaign. And he was campaigning to have Kennedy, Japan as the flag bearer of the NPP. And their election will be held on the 31st of January this year, 2026. And whilst he spoke, many were those who were shocked at what he said. What did he say? He said that there was a time Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO wanted to make him the substantive minister of finance after Ken Ofori-Atta had been removed from that position. But a certain big man, a political bigwig, said, no, don't do that. Rather, bring somebody from my hometown to become that finance minister. Well, he did not mention the name of this political bigwig. But if it is a campaign that is reduced to just 2 personalities, Kennedy Japan and Bawumia, and the fact that they were able to remove Kennedy, I beg your pardon, they were able to remove Ken Ofori-Atta, and then they brought in somebody, and this person, as STICKA said, was from the same area as whoever did not want STICKA to be in there. Then all roads lead to one direction. And even in the tape, as he spoke and did not mention the name of this political bigwig, somebody in the audience shouted the name. I need you to open your ears and listen to the tape. And when we return, we will go into it and deal with it. Watch this.
Nana Person Minister of State Finance. Nepa, Mr. Mumpa, Mr. Sabana, so on Pedi. Mr. Mboa, no service of God, and the bonus. Mr. Cancer. Now, when you're not home, now, when you're not dam, some Mboa, the clear in your son. My property will come to your finance, the whole world. You depend on my financial economic modular. Metosumi 64, 76, 97, 2000, 2001 is me, the whole world. Yes, I'm in Fakao. Nanato, Samibua, Penino Kono, Ninka, Peninkasia. Nina Limo, the idea, but my simple myself, why? And also I'm going to open the program. And to the catch, I never make a model.
So this is STICKA. And all that he said there, he said there was a time Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO wanted to make him the substantive finance minister. Remember, he played as the deputy finance minister. And naturally, after Kenoforiata was gone, he expected that he would become the substantive finance minister. But a political bigwig appealed to the president and said, no, bring somebody from my hometown. We don't know which hometown, but if what STICKA said is true. Amin Anta became the new finance minister. And Amin Anta is coming from the same area as Bawumia, especially that the race is now a two-horse race. Bawumia and, of course, Kennedy Japan. Now, when Kennedy Japan is speaking, he doesn't even talk about Brian, Kwabena J, and any other person. He concentrates on the other horse in the race, and that is Bawumia. Same way, when Bawumia is talking, he concentrates on Kennedy. So STICKA, directly or indirectly, pointed fingers without mentioning names. He also said in the tape that he was baptized in the Assemblies of God Church, so he would never lie. My brother, my sister, and that was what happened. This is terrible. Did it really happen? Did STICKA tell a lie? Was it necessary for STICKA to go into this and impugn tribal politics? Did he speak the truth? Was it worth it saying it at this point? These are the questions we are asking. And he had to come in to extol his own virtues. Nobody can do the finance job better than him. My brother, my sister, did Bawumia go to Nana Addo to tell Nana Addo not to consider STICKA for the substantive finance minister position? Why did Bawumia not in the first place stop STICKA from getting the deputy finance minister position if truly he wanted his hometown boy to be there? My brother, my sister, it looks like our politics is gradually degenerating into religious and, of course, tribal politics. You go to the camp of Bawumia, they have a way of impugning tribalism in their politics. And you come to Kennedy, who we expected would have known better. He's also another tribal bigot. And now we have STICKA coming in, impugning these things. Right after the primaries, will there be peace in the camp of Bawumia? And also in the camp of Kennedy, as related to the two camps and the NPP in general? It looks like when it comes to the primaries, they wash their dirty linen in public. They call each other slaves and royals. It looks like this election the primaries of the NPP is a battle between slaves and royals. Kennedy Japan has already made it clear that they are royals. The Akans are royals. And for that matter, they must not in any way give the chance to any slaves. And by that, he impugned people from the north and beyond. He said, if we make that mistake again, we would become the slaves and we would continue to be in slavery for a long time. And he was referring to the Akan community when he went to speak in Chebi. Very disappointing. We don't want a president who is a tribalist. Bawumia is not qualified to be president of Ghana after so many lies that he told us. The people in the central region are still waiting for him so they can give him a good beating. After he came to lie to them that they were building them an airport and also a seaport. His boss, Nana Addo, went to deny it. Later he went to apologize. He said, oh, they will build them a seaport, but not an airport. We still remember this. Kennedy is not fit to be president because he's a tribalist. I don't want a president who divides the nation into slaves and royals. It's one homogeneous country. We have a variety of ethnic groups. My brother, my sister, when people go to vote, their ethnic groups and even the shade of their skin does not reflect in the vote. No vote has a color. So it is only a politician who is not smart who goes into tribalism. And he also goes into religious politics. Because the people who like you are spread across so many different religions. And therefore, when you concentrate on one side, hoping that that is the majority, you might end up biting the bullet very hard. To STICKA, it looks like you are also eating into the tribal politics. If I were you, I would have said something else. What would I have said? I would have talked generally. But it looked like you personalized the whole thing. You are hurt because you didn't become the finance minister. Instead of campaigning on a bigger picture, you ended up being egotistical, selfish, pesemin kumenya. Wanya, your friend is saying, finance minister ubi. At the end of the day, if Kennedy doesn't win and Bawumia wins, would you have the courage to go back to him and say, you know, I was the deputy finance minister. If anything at all, I would like to be in the same position or even higher. Can you go there? Let's be careful about what we say. If it is the truth, there is still a way to speak the truth. It's just like Ken's baby mother, Ajua Safo. She was campaigning for herself. If Kennedy wins and I go to him with a CV and I want an appointment, he won't give it to me because he won't do family and friends. Moreover, me and him have a very bad sour grape lying in between us and causing a big division. Are you campaigning for the nation or you are campaigning for yourself? Such people are not politicians. They are dirty, selfish people. Anyone who goes to say, oh, you know what? When this person was there, I went there trying to get this and I couldn't get it because I did not belong to their camp. For that matter, they denied me that. A smart politician doesn't speak like that. Everybody will realize that you are a chop person. Even Kennedy, if he doesn't give you a position, you will leave him. So it's all about you. It's not about the nation. A smart politician will look at the nation. A smart politician will look at the bigger picture. All your personal dealings, put that aside. Let other people talk about that. You don't have to stand there and be extolling your virtues and bringing the assemblies of God in there. Right now, the easiest way to win an election in Ghana, two things. If you don't have the money to spend, go and talk tribal. Go and talk religion, and you are done. No wonder Ken Ofori-Atta fooled that with his Bible and his white attire. Now we are looking for him. He's a fugitive in America. STICKA, you stooped so low. You are bigger than this dirty politics. If Bawumia is doing it, let him do that. Those who will support him. But discerning minds are looking for common sense, not dance skills and tribalism. Is the Blakk Port, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. NPP AKUFO-ADDO will never forget this from Haruna Idrisu after AKUFO-ADDO removed that comma. NPP AKUFO-ADDO will never forget this from Haruna Idrisu. Thank you. Who is Haruna Idrisu? Haruna Idrisu is a veteran politician. He hails all the way from the northern region of Ghana, where he taught in a number of schools. And at the same time, he started building up his own political career. He was a student politician. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. He went to law school and he is a qualified lawyer. Though I don't know of any instance where he went to court to defend a cockroach or a lizard. This is Haruna Idrisu. Haruna Idrisu is the Minister of Education. He's held different ministerial positions under different governments. It looks like every time he gets an appointment, because of his value, what he's made of in the north, if he endorses you, there's no way you will lose an election. He had a big fight with Murtala Muhammad Ibrahim in those days of blessed memory, and he lost the election. Later, when they patched up, he won the next election. Haruna is so respected in the northern region and beyond. The people see him as a philanthropist. At the time, Murtala Muhammad Ibrahim said, and it's on tape, anybody can listen to it, that this guy here called Haruna had ill-gotten wealth, and that he, Murtala, was not interested in that kind of wealth. And therefore, this man should stop flaunting ill-gotten wealth. He was angry that he came to his constituency campaigning, whatever it was. But these are things in the past, especially that Murtala is now gone into eternity. And even they were able to sort themselves out before he died. I believe he's resting in peace. This is Haruna Idrisu. There was a publication that hit the news headlines. It was in the newsreel. It was big. And it was about the Nana Addo Dankwa Bawumia government that was changing the names of some universities and other such institutions in Ghana. It was on Ghana Web. Watch this. And this, my brother, my sister, was way back, published on the 6th of May, 2025. Government lists universities, polytechnics renamed by AKUFO-ADDO that were to be reversed. Run the story. And we want to be quick with this. Watch this. Now the government has listed a number of public tertiary institutions whose names will be reverted to their original names after they were renamed during the Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO government. Now the Minister of Education, Haruna Idrisu, in a video clip from a recent public engagement, announced the move by the government. He explained that the reversal of the names of the institutions does not mean that the people they were renamed after are undeserving. Some names of some public universities were changed and renamed during the tenure of President Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO. There is a policy shift. There will be changes in the names of the universities that were renamed. It is not to fail to recognize the contribution of any individual or their standing, or undermine the legacy of any statesman, or diminish their contributions to our national effort, he explained. Watch this. Haruna Iddisu added that he will soon be sending a bill to Parliament to change the names of the institutions before proceeding to name them. Hey, my brother, and that is very important. He said he will be sending the bill to Parliament, and we'll be taking you to Parliament very soon. I will introduce a bill in Parliament that will seek to rename some of the public universities in Ghana, including the Dr. Abdallah Salifu Technical University, back to Tamale Technical University. Simon Dombo University will be renamed CK. Tidem University of Technology and Applied Sciences will be renamed, and Dr. Ephraim Amu Technical University will be renamed back to Ho University, he said. He added, I am still engaging with traditional authorities, engaging with members in academia and alumni, associations, students, and civil society to make that determination. But those who deserve national honors will still keep their national honor. I love that. Because I would like Ephraim Amu to still be there. If for nothing at all, he gave us a beautiful anthem. Beautiful one. Now, these are some of the universities whose names were changed. University of Development Studies, WA. University of Development Studies. The AKUFO-ADDO government changed the name of the UDS campus in WA in the Upper West region to Simon Diedong Dombo University of Business and Integrated Development Studies. They want to revert it to its original name. Flip. More universities. And who was Simon Dombo? He was a member of parliament during the First Republic of Ghana. And he aligned with the NPP. Now watch this. Ho Technical University, which was formerly known as Ho Polytechnic, was renamed by AKUFO-ADDO as the Ephraim Amu Technical University. President Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO announced the name change during the Grand Durbar of the 50th anniversary celebration of the university. I would like this name to remain. Now, University of Energy and Natural Resources, oh my God, in Sunyani, in the Bono region, was renamed after the late Prime Minister of the Second Republic, Professor Kofi Abrifa-Buzia, by AKUFO-ADDO. What did he do for Ghana? Except to come and misbehave and get himself removed. Finally, he went back to England where he died. Tell us his contribution. Not any dead man is worthy of celebration. Some of them have become ghosts and will never return in our memory, except for bad reasons. Oh yes. Now, according to the president, Dr. K.A. Buzia is an illustrious son of the region. Hence the decision to honor him, then build a university and name that after Attayi in Accra, after Attayi is from Accra. Now, University of Education, Winneba, Kumasi campus. President Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO renamed the Kumasi campus of the University of Education, Winneba, which was established by the government of the late former President Jerry John Rawlings as the Akenteng Apia Menka University of Skills and Entrepreneurial Development. He announced that the Kumasi campus of the University of Education will become an autonomous institution under the name University of Skills and Entrepreneurial Development. He noted that the decision was far advanced in making the school an autonomous institution. Dash it away. Many more universities, my brother, my sister, named after their cronies, NPP members, people of the UP tradition, the NLC, and beyond. Even universities that were not built by them, they took out the original name and put their cronies' names on those. Haruna went to parliament as he promised. And there he had a heated argument with the minority in parliament, the micro minority, my brother, my sister. And this was what ensued. I would like you to take note of what he said about Ken Oforiatta in this tape. But listen attentively. This is something the NPP, Nana Addo, and all the perpetrators of this evilous act will never forget. Run it, my youth.
Ghana's administrative and constitutional structures by seeking he who seeks equity must do equity. When you are renaming those universities, cater them. SB Dombo, Abaye Fakabo, what happened to him? Jato Kalio, what happened to him? LR Abavana, what happened to him? You are not naming Kojo Bosio or K. Bedama or Kofi Baku. But I take a good value of your argument. Political tolerance. Were you tolerant at that hour? You were not. One-sided. So maybe today, I've learned a lesson from you that when you preach political tolerance, he who seeks equity must do equity. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Political tolerance at the time, you were one-sided. You didn't take the nation along. But I'm guided by your advice. Then, Mr. Speaker, to assure our colleagues again, when they say, I've given you names, Abaye Fakabo, Jato Kalio, Abavana, probably they share the same philosophical political thinking, but those were not the names you recognize. Believe me sincerely, that President John Dramani Mahama received a number of petitions in protest against the naming. Then, to put it simply, there were names before you change it to those names. So let's not argue as if I'm coming just fresh. No, the universities had names. You change the names, we are rechanging to the original names. And Mr. Speaker, I should thank colleagues. Now to the minority leader. I cherish your argument, and I have always advocated. You remember even my comment when he said that in a democracy, compromise is essential. I'm a true advocate of it. You recall, even when we said Sensia Kenoforiata, I made persuasive gestures to you and your side that let's save the Ghanaian economy and save this country. We probably, if you reason with me at the time, you would have been guided to save this country. You said I was in the minority. Today, even President AKUFO-ADDO may probably disappointed if in nothing but he getting Ghana into a debt exchange. But at the time, we wanted to be nationalistic. We kept advising you that the way he was going, he was likely to crush you. You thought it was opposition talk. It's not all your comments that I take with a pinch of salt. Believe me, even yesterday I was reading about significant strides you have made in building libraries and naming them after people. I appreciate you for that. But on this, Mr. Speaker, we are renaming.
On this, Mr. Speaker, we are renaming, reverting to the original names of the university. Listen to the eloquent nature in Haruna's delivery. In every democracy, compromise is essential. If I got nothing at all, I pick up that. And he said, in opposition, when Kenoforiata was driving the national economy vehicle so recklessly towards Hades, and the opposition came together, he being the leader, approached the majority leader and spoke to Afenyomark and said, hey, my brother, we all know that the direction this man is going with, the economic van, is dangerous. You rebuffed whatever he said and said that was opposition talk. Today, that took you into opposition. With the most humiliating percentages and numbers. Nana Addo cannot come out in public. He has become a villain worse than Atai. Today, people who even had the name AKUFO-ADDO are reverting and changing their names to Kwame Mensah. Members of the NPP, stalwarts like Kwame Pianim and more, Nyawo Tamaklu, have all turned their backs to this useless, miserable party that drove our country into disaster. Haruna said at the time he told this guy on behalf of the opposition, let us censure this guy. Let Ken stay away. You would choose another person to run the country better. No, they wouldn't listen. If I had my own way, I would force AKUFO-ADDO to go and bring Ken Ofori-Atta. And if he doesn't get him, he should stay there with him. These are wreckers of the economy. Useless wreckers of the economy. And I am angry, brethren. You were told and you knew that the man had failed. Even members of the majority in parliament, some of them teamed up against Kennedy. I beg your pardon, Ken Ofori-Atta. But no, people like AKUFO-ADDO still sang his praises and refused to bring common reason to the table. Today the man has run away from us. Debt exchange has slapped us left, right, and center. Whoever thought that Ghana will recover like this? I never thought Ghana will recover the way it's recovered within a year. I gave Mahama at least 3 years to be able to fix the economy. But within 2 months, the economy was already rolling. Doomsday was a thing of the past. Today, Mahama is going around satisfying teachers. Now they're going to give teachers free accommodation and all that. And Kwame Pianin at the meeting, what did he say? He said, Mahama, the way you are going, 80% of all the teachers in Ghana are going to run after you and support you. And that pains me. It was on the lighter side for my party, the NPP. Nana Addo was a useless president. We don't want to hear about the NPP and all their nuances and caboodles. We have had enough of these arrogant people. Enough of a certain majority that was most useless. Enough of a parliament that's a disgrace to Ghana. And Haruna has made it clear. And you saw the face of AKUFO-ADDO there. He told him point blank, you did not carry the nation along when you took those decisions. Can somebody underline that? You did not take the nation along. You took your egos, wearing your egos on your sleeves. You left behind all the ideas that were hot cookies, top cookies. You left everything behind and moved like headless jakes and crashed the economy. Many died. All the people who died in the ill-equipped hospitals, all those who died because of the DDEP, their blood is on your hands, up in your market, and all those useless people who looked down on the nation and took a journey leaving the nation behind. That's what Haruna is saying. All these universities and polytechnics had original names. If you want to name them after your cronies, who we don't disrespect, build institutions and then name them. No, institutions that were already there by force. The arrogance of a Lilliput. You took off those names. How dare you? A whole town, a whole city has the name on an institution. You dare remove it and put an individual on it. Are you crazy? It's like taking off the name Ghana International Airport and then you put an individual's name on it. It's so disrespectful. If anything at all, you must have a certain institution different from this and slap the individual's name on that. This is common sense. You don't need a university degree to think like this. This is what they did to us. And Haruna and the NDC under Mahama are saying that, you know what? We are not going to name this after our cronies, so that we would have a certain kind of hanky-panky seesaw game, musical chairs. When we are out of power and you also came, then you do the same and we keep doing that. Just like they are playing musical chairs with the Flagstaff House and the Jubilee House. Same thing, different names. Haruna has spoken and it's going to be a scar on their conscience. A big scar. on their conscience. And this scarification was initiated by the Lilliput in power, with his liar who followed him like a headless jack. Today he too wants to become president. Nkrumah's spirit will not accept that. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more stories. Hey! Hey yo! Woyo!
Blakk Pot, Kukushonomo.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Please share the broadcast. And if you have not as yet subscribed to this channel, please be a member of the family. Hit on the subscription button. Right after that, on the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. This is the headquarters of the truth. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 3. Watch this. BOG finally responds to Goldbod $214 million loss. Last week, we had Humpty Dumpty sitting on the wall, and Humpty Dumpty crashed on the wall, and Humpty Dumpty was falsehood. The truth would always stand. Falsehood will crash like Humpty Dumpty every time. Sami Jemfi was on news file, and he spoke to my very good brethren, Samson Ayenini. He was eloquent. He was so full of wisdom. Yes, he articulated his views with fluidity. And at the end of it all, even his accusers started singing his praises. This is Sami Jemfi, born on the 28th of March in 1989. He's a 36-year-old chap, full of knowledge, sharp, fluid. He's nimble-footed. Those of you who like football, the footballers like that term. My brother, my sister, this is Sami Jemfi. It came out after he said that Goldbod had made certain wonderfully unprecedented strides. Just less than a year of being in power. It started in April 2024. Before April, they had unprecedentedly chalked something heavy, heavier than lead. Oh yes. And the first person to draw blood was Cadman Mills, who said, yes, it's unprecedented, but it rings hollow because Galamsey is still rife. We all agreed with him. Let's deal with Galamsey. I spoke with Sami Jemfi. He told me, Black Rasta, I'm not interested in any Galamsey gold. Hopon Nkrumah came out and said, okay, if you are not interested in Galamsey gold, are we able to trace where the gold is coming from? Using what is called technologically traceability. They do it all over the world. We don't want gold that is coming from child labor. We don't want gold that is coming out of civil war. No, we want gold that is planned properly. Okay? The Ghana Dory bar is not supposed to be a bloody bar. We thought that was a good point. Then all of a sudden the IMF came in that the Bank of Ghana, the central bank, had lost 214 million American dollars by the actions and inactions of the gold board. And Sami Gyamfi was called out of early retirement. And by early retirement, he was called for an early shower. It was the Yuletide break. Everyone was out there celebrating with their families. And he was called back from that shower, back onto the pitch. And he told them, you know what? I will respond after this. But he had to fire back quickly. Today, the Bank of Ghana has finally responded. And the Bank of Ghana is saying the same thing Sami Gyamfi has said, and many Ghanaians. Watch this. This is from My Joy Online, one of the most credible sources of news online. And it says, domestic gold purchase program, stabilization achieved at a cost. And that is the BOG governor talking. This story was published today, the 6th of January, 2026 at 3:20 p.m. Ghana time. And the writer is David. Now, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Pandit Asiama, has addressed the significant financial toll of the nation's gold-backed recovery strategies. Hallelujah. Oh my God. Watch this. It says, the country's what? Gold-backed recovery strategies. Run it, my youth. Watch this. Now, delivering remarks at the opening ceremony of the University of Ghana's 77th annual New Year School and Conference today, January 6, 2026. Dr. Asiama defended the controversial gold for reserve at G4R and domestic gold purchase program, DGPP, while acknowledging that the central bank has carried the heavy loss of these strategic national priorities. Now, the governor's address focused on the evaluation, or better still, evolution of Goldbod, the newly established Ghana Gold Board, and the DGPP, which was launched during a period he described as acute vulnerability. Acute vulnerability. Mark that. While the program succeeded in stabilizing the cedi and rebuilding foreign exchange buffers, the governor was clear this stability was not free. It is also important to be candid. This stability came at a cost. Since the setup of the DGPP, the Bank of Ghana has had to carry the financial burden of a national strategic policy, one that sought to restore confidence and protect the wider economy. Dr. Asiama stated. He emphasized that the decision for the Bank of Ghana to absorb these costs was a deliberate choice, taken in the national interest to prevent a total collapse of confidence during the transition. Dash it away. My brother, my sister, it is interesting how we think. And it is also interesting how the nation has been restored. In 2024, we were able, my brother, my sister, to get or to produce 45 tons of gold under Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO, just as he was leaving power. when the Goldbod came in April 2025, we've been able to move it to over 100 tons. I wish you understood what this tonnage is all about. More than half. From 45, the following year, over 100. We all are happy, but at the same time, we are cautioning our leaders. Galamsey must end now. And everybody says yes. So let's move from the rhetoric to action. Now, Esiama has spoken, and we all know Dr. Esiama, right? He is the boss of the Bank of Ghana, the Central Bank of Ghana. This is the guy. He said, yes, we might have run at a certain loss. And it is not unusual because we stabilize the economy at a cost. Whatever you achieve has an opportunity cost. My brother, how do you go and buy kenke and fish without giving out a certain cost? You pay a price for whatever you've done. So what is called the loss is actually the price we pay to have our economy stabilized. My brother, if every year Ghana is supposed to pay $214 million, granted it is unaudited, for our economy to be stabilized like this, you think we have to think again? No, we won't think. We will take the money to whoever we are supposed to give it to. $214 million. That is peanuts as compared to the achievement the nation has seen. I don't know how many people understand this thing. That is what the Bank of Ghana boss is talking about. The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Pandit Johnson Pandit Isiama. Sami Jemfi has spoken only once, and everywhere is quiet. Now the boss himself has come to say it. You think he's not excited? Everywhere he walks now, people are praising him, singing his praises because the economy is smooth. Every Ghanaian is excited. Ghanaians abroad are beginning to wear the crown of patriotism. If that cost us only $214 million, can we repeat that every year? And we explained to you how the so-called loss came into being. It's gold. Today the price of gold is like this. Other times it's like this. So when you buy it like this, and before you go out there to trade it, it comes down, you certainly are going to run at a loss. It's a gamble. But you study the market well, work it out, and make sure that you target the market properly. Sometimes you would fail. But if this is called a loss, can we have more of these losses so that the economy can stabilize? That Ghanaians will still cry that Mahama has a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, 9th, 20th term. This is what is keeping Ghanaians talking. It's not about the Black Stars going to play the World Cup. Yes, it is important, but the economy first. Tell me if you don't agree with me. Today, prices have stabilized. Inflation has come down to a single digit. Today, businessmen are able to go online and buy. And the exchange rate is flamboyantly good. You think the West is happy about this? When other Africans are coming into Ghana, hey, they start with a certain euphoria that makes us think that yes, and feel that yes, we are doing something acutely important, crucially important. So the man has spoken. Thanks to the Goldbod, thanks to all the players, Minerals Commission, thanks to the Bank of Ghana, thanks to the act that brought the Goldbod, thanks to Sami Jemfi, just keep being focused. And to that chap 39-year-old chap who in a few days will be 40 years. What's his name again? Alhaji Rashid Bawa Namoro, aka Bawa Rock. Don't get discouraged. I'm going to end on this. In the days of Nana Addo, Ken Oforiatta went to the IMF begging for 3 billion. A whole nation of about 40 million people. We went down on our knees begging for 3 billion only. Because of that, we had to behave like idiots. Idiots. 3 billion. At the time, Chairman Wontumi said he had enough money to buy Chelsea under the same government. A player in that government. Today, we can dole out 10 billion in a period of 9 months and give that to one individual. Then Ghana has actually improved and gone far. We went begging for 3 billion. They said even with that, they will give us in tranches. First tranche, let's see what we are doing with that money. They sent their agents all the way from the IMF and the World Bank to come and sit in Ghana and watch us. This money we are giving to you, you are supposed to buy plantain and cassava, no pizza. And they will make sure you use it for plantain. Kunchirogo, come on, shana. Eat it. Oh, cassava no dey awi sa brew anka and anka enya be say some jollof kakra. Ubedi dey jollof. Say ekafo so didi. Ekafo ede. Ha! If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Eat the rogo. Eat the cassava, agbele. Eat it. Eat tapioca. Eat akple. Even the fetri that you're going to eat, there's no fish in it. Oh. You will eat it, my brother. That was almost like slavery. People died. 3 billion. They gave to us in 3 tranches. 3 times. Go to the IMF. Behave like a good boy. Oh. Yeah, baby. Then they'll give you 1 tranche. Say, those idiots have come. Mahama came in less than a year. 10 billion to 1 man. In about 9 months. And look at the achievement. We will get better. We need to be more patriotic. Stand with the country. Carry the country along. Wear the country on our sleeves. And take off our egos. The country is the top cookie. Is the black pot. AKA Koko. Salute to the Bank of Ghana. Salute to Goldbod. Salute to all the aggregators and the sub-aggregators. Salute to people who deal in proper gold, not Dr. Sledge. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 4. Watch this. After number 12, Anas chases KWESI NYANTAKYI again. So what does Anas Admiral Anas want from KWESI NYANTAKYI? I am happy this is happening. Before I came into the studio, I called Anas Admiral Anas, but I didn't get a response. This is KWESI NYANTAKYI. There was a time he was so untouchable. He made our sports so exciting, allegedly. This is KWESI NYANTAKYI. He was the capo of our football, the sports of our nation. In fact, the heartbeat of the nation, soccer. And he made sure he delivered most of the time. Of course, controversies left, right, and center, but he always rose above the storm. We all admired him. Little did we know that he was not straight. He was crooked, allegedly. Till Anas Admiral Anas, the investigative journalist who wears a mask. Anas Admiral Anas came out with a certain documentary, investigative piece called Number 12. And we all were supposed to go to the Independence Square to watch this. The crowd was so much. The whole place was packed to capacity. And I remember, yes, I think it was at the conference center. Yes, conference center. We all went there, sat down, and when the film started showing, oh my God, we saw KWESI NYANTAKYI demanding money from some alleged Arab Sheikh Al-Thani. Million after million until it was up to 12 million American dollars. That's why the documentary was called Number 12. The way he spoke, the greed. Later we're told he even one time went there with a Liberian politician who wanted to ascend to the presidency upon we are George, a one-time best player of the world, who I love so much, to be able to seek financial assistance from the rich oil sheikh called Sheikh Al-Thani. NYANTAKYI didn't know. Anas Armiyaw Anas just created that character in order to remove or unearth, expose his greed and his crooked nature. So he went in there. We saw the video. Oh, it was big. We were taking money, dollars from Sheikh Al-Thani, and the greed increased. We heard KWESI NYANTAKYI supposedly on the tape say that he had the president in his pocket. Then it was AKUFO-ADDO. And they even had something to say about the whole nation Ghana. In fact, it impugned on money laundering and even more. KWESI NYANTAKYI was finished and disgraced for life. First, he had to resign. Secondly, the president had to, in fact, detach himself from him. He was so disgraced beyond measure, and CAF itself decided to relegate him to the back burner. My brother, KWESI NYANTAKYI, went flat to the ground. In his heydays, he owned a certain team in the Upper West region and much more. Later he said, Anas tried to get some bribe off him so he could shelve the tape. That is neither here nor there. The contents of the tape, he said, got doctored. Now, the nation decided to prosecute NYANTAKYI. It was Ghana versus NYANTAKYI. And Anas was asked to come there as a prosecution witness. He agreed on condition that he would not show his face, especially in a country where somebody in his team by name Ahmed Swale was gunned down in broad daylight. And up till now, we don't have a clue how the person died. Yet it happened in broad daylight. He refused. KWESI NYANTAKYI granted an interview to Joy News AM show. And remember, we've told KWESI NYANTAKYI over and over, if I were KWESI NYANTAKYI, I would apologize to the people of Ghana the same way you apologize to the president for the nauseating things you said about him, derogatory things you allegedly said in the tape. Apologize to the people of Ghana. Ask Ghana to develop a big heart enough to forgive you and find a place in that big heart to put you in there in mercifulness. No. He went round trying to defend himself, following Kennedy Japan on some other issues and all that. He granted an interview and he told a sad story. Watch this. My daughter asked if I was a thief. KWESI NYANTAKYI says number 12 expose cost him irreparable damage. Dash it away. That's what he said. And when you watch the tape, it's sad. Watch this.
What was the impact on your personal self and your family, your immediate family?
Oh, it was very bad for me, very, very bad. I thank my friends who came around and helped me to navigate through this personal turmoil in my life. Yeah. And at that time, let me tell you something that happened. My daughter was in school. That time she was in GIS. She was 9 years. She asked me a question, and it's sad. She said, "Daddy, is it true that you are a thief?" Then I said, but you two, what from this funny question? She said she heard it on radio. She heard it on radio. You know, for me, I don't listen to radio when I'm in my car. I don't listen. But I think a driver or somebody took her from school and she heard it and she asked me. And I said, it's not true. You know, imagine this. A judgment by or such a damning question by your own daughter that I heard you are a thief. Is it true? Wow. Yeah, the damage is irreparable, but I don't have anything against him. He should relax. If his conscience is battling with him, it's between him and God. I'm not part of his worries.
You heard that clearly, right? His 9-year-old returned from school and asked, "Daddy, are you a thief?" And he was shocked. Why this question? I heard it on radio. Of course, if you are seen in a tape asking for money to be able to buy Kennedy Japan, to buy the president of Ghana and the vice president, and control the whole of Ghana with a stranger, a foreigner, Sheikh Al-Thani, you must be ashamed of yourself. You must be ashamed of yourself. In the days of slavery, if this tape is anything to go by, this guy would have been a slave master. If you can take a foreigner's money, buy the president, buy the vice president, buy the loudmouth Kennedy Japan in your own ways, so you can help the foreigner control the whole nation, then you are a traitor. Traitor. Bad traitor. You know who a traitor is? In the days of slavery, this would have been a guy holding whips and betraying his own brothers and sisters, selling them into slavery. KWESI NYANTAKYI. And he's still talking. I thought he would have taken our advice. I saw another publication in which he said that he does not hold anything against Anas. Correct? And that he blames himself. You know that, right? That's what he said. Watch this. I blame myself, not Anas. KWESI NYANTAKYI reflects on number 12 expose. Now let's go a bit into this. You will be shocked what is in there. Former president of the Ghana Football Association, KWESI NYANTAKYI, says he harbors no grudge against investigative journalist Anas Admeyaw Anas over the number 12 expose, insisting that he takes full responsibility for the actions that led to his exit from the football administration. When I saw this, I was excited. I said, oh, he's finally listened to us. The evidence is overwhelming. You go explain Taya if you don't get evidence. Flip the page. The number 12 documentary, released in 2018, exposed alleged corruption in Ghanaian football and resulted in Mr. NYANTAKYI stepping down from his roles at the GFA, the Confederation of African Football, and FIFA. Now, speaking on Joy News' AM show on Tuesday, that's today, January 6th, KWESI NYANTAKYI said he had chosen self-reflection rather than assigning blame. I don't think about him. I hold nothing against him. I blame myself, he said, stressing that he bears no bitterness towards the investigative journalists. And listen to the final part of it. However, Mr. NYANTAKYI questioned the credibility of the investigation, arguing that Anas never engaged him directly during the undercover operation. Anas claims that he did the number 12 expose on me, but I never met him. He operated like the way a terrorist would in another country, and then says, I am the one. That was what he did. So I have nothing. Dash it away. This is hogwash. He's an investigative journalist. If you're going to catch a thief, you don't have to go personally as the CID boss. You have your boys who go in for that. You see, Mr. Nyantakyi, anytime you speak, I feel embarrassed for you. You are not a little boy. You are grown. In fact, I have so much respect for you. We all goof time after time. For how long can you continue playing the buffoonery on this issue? I am so disgusted by a grown-up man. In America, they say grown-ass man who is trying to belittle the minds of people who have common sense. We saw you in that tape. They asked Anas to bring the whole unedited tape. He provided everything to Opon Kruma and all those useless guys in power. They looked at it. President watched everything from beginning to the end. His mouth went, hoya, agape, like that of a hungry crocodile. You know what happened? He was convinced. He came to fire you, KWESI Nyantakyi. You had to go and apologize. Vice President issued a certain presser against you. Could they have all been wrong? My brother, we goof once in a while. Sometimes you are caught with somebody's wife. It's happened. Forgive me, I am really sorry. I take the blame. Whatever the punishment is, I take it. If it's in the Arab countries, you'll be stoned to death. Oh, I stole. Oh, I take responsibility for that. I am really sorry. I don't know why this thing happened. Please, I take responsibility. Whatever punishment, I'm ready to take it. They'll cut off your left hand. Then you walk with one hand. When you meet people, you greet them with one hand. At least I respect a man like that more than a man who tries to play shaggy. It wasn't me. No, sir. Bros, the thing is clear. We all saw it. The presidency asked for the whole unedited tape, and Nas presented it. From 2018, 7 years later, Nyantakyi is still moving from one radio station to the other talking about this same old thing. Well, Anas has responded, chasing him into every corner that he goes. This is Anas. Come here! What is Anas saying? 6 January, that is today, press release from the Tiger IPI. Oh gosh. He says Tiger IPI has taken note. Open it up so we can read it and everybody can read it alongside, okay? My brother, my sister, Anas has written something deep. He wants everybody to understand this. And I need you to follow this thing. Okay? Okay. I may fill up the screen so we can all read it up, right? We want to see what is in it so everybody can read it. Okay. It took so long to come, but it is here finally. Tiger PI has taken note once again of yet another frantic attempt by Mr. KWESI Nyantakyi to peddle misinformation and disinformation about one of the most consequential investigations in African football history, number 12. 1, it is important to place on record that the CEO of Tiger IPI, Anas Admiral Anas, had no case against Mr. Nyantakyi in court that he needed to prove. The case before the court was between the Republic of Ghana and KWESI Nyantakyi, who was being prosecuted for several offenses, including fraud. It is therefore bizarre, though not unusual, that Mr. Nyantakyi continues to misrepresent the matter as Anas versus Nyantakyi. 2, Anas offered to testify as a prosecution witness after our lead investigator, Ahmed Swale, who had been threatened by Mr. Nyantakyi, was brutally assassinated. Anas declined to testify only after the trial judge ruled that he must testify in camera, but without a mask. This would have exposed him to grave danger, particularly in a country where the murder of Ahmed Swale remains unresolved. 4. Tiger IPI made it clear that Anas's testimony was strictly contingent on his safety, including not revealing his face to Mr. Nyantakyi. The position was non-negotiable. 5. The case was withdrawn by the Attorney General despite overwhelming evidence of fraud, impersonation, and other criminal conduct. Mr. Nyantakyi was not acquitted on the merits. The case collapsed solely because of a flawed prosecutorial decision to discontinue proceedings following Anas's withdrawal. 6. FIFA found Mr. Nyantakyi guilty of misconduct in addition to a $500,000 fine, $500,000 American dollar fine, imposed a life ban, later reduced to 10 years. Nyantakyi lost his position as FIFA executive member and president of Ghana Football Association as a result of the expose. This confirms that the decision by the government of Ghana to drop criminal charges had no justification. Mr. Nyantakyi filed a defamation and breach of privacy suit against Anas but abandoned it. He has instead chosen to litigate in the court of public opinion alongside Kennedy Japan. If he is credible, he should return to court. 8. We understand Mr. Nyantakyi may be seeking to rehabilitate his damaged reputation. However, history cannot be rewritten with lies, distortions, or propaganda. 9. Tiger IPI urges the public to disregard this latest attempt at deception. 10. Tiger IPI remains unwavering in its mission to confront corruption in fulfillment of our mandate to name, shame, and jail. Dash it away. This is what it is. Yes. Anas has brought it up. Everything is clear. So Nyantakyi, you seem to be in a very big desperation to clear your name, and it's not washing. Internationally, you have been fined $500,000 American dollars. You lost your position. You were banned for life. They looked at it later. Out of sympathy, maybe, they decided to reduce it to 10 years. So in 2 years, you could try again. You tried to stand for MP, and in the primaries at Ejuso, you had votes that looked like it was only you and your family that voted for you. That tells us that you have a lot to do. Whoever is advising you is not doing you any good. If I were you, Charlie, it happened. And me, I went there to celebrate Ghana. Some of the things that were said in there, as a Ghanaian, I was just saying those to entice the man to invest in our football. You know how much I love our football. I was just saying a lot of those things. You know how you can be sweet-mouthed when you talk to people trying to get investment for your nation. I'm sure Ghanaians would have wholeheartedly forgiven you. Because a lot of us do that. You try to sweet-talk a woman. Things you don't have, you sweet-talk her that you have. It's common amongst us. You go to do business, you do sweet-talking so that you can get the business, hoping that you would deliver. It might not be the best, but you could have some people excuse you for that. Rather than going around trying to play saint. Who are you playing saint to? Me, this is so disgusting and so nauseating to me. As a grown-up boy, I wouldn't take that. To Anas, continue doing the good job. You've been quiet for some time now. I've tried to reach you a number of times and you hardly answer. I don't know what you're going through. Whatever it is, sometimes we go low so we can jump high. Keep the fire burning. It's the Black Pot, aka KWESI, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we take your comments and close the show. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!
Blackpot. Coco show, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kuku Showdemo, where we speak truth to power. Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you. We never take you for granted. Your time is very important to us. Please share the broadcast so many more people can be part of this. If you have not as yet subscribe to this channel, please take a second, click on the subscription button. Right after that, you hit on the notification bell so that you will be notified anytime we are on. Remember, we are also on Instagram, on X, and then on TikTok. We are called Blakk Empire Media, and the Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K, as you see behind me. Blakk Empire Media. That's it. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Showdemo, and here we speak truth to power. Okay, let's see your comments. Send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook. Okay, Benazu says it's time. Waves GH says we are ready for you. Thank you. Says amen. Digura Bettino says Black Rasta, great man. Thank you. John Felly Nyirale Dominion says big up to the Black Pot and the Black Rasta. Thank you. Michael Catadon says good evening, Black Rasta. Welcome back. Okay. Thank you. We appreciate you. More comments coming in. And this is Melchizedek Donko. And says, you are doing a great job for the country. Keep it up. Thank you, Melchizedek. It looks like this is the first time I'm seeing Melchizedek here. Make sure you subscribe, right? We love you. And then we have Samson Basua. Says, Black Rasta, welcome back. I am God Dennis. Says, Black Rasta, I salute you for what you are doing for Mother Ghana. God bless you. Boy Prophecy says, fully active. Love you. Okay? More comments. Franklin Safu says, good evening, boss. I am really looking forward to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama cutting sword for the commencement of his visionary New Accra to Kumasi Mega Road project. It will be a legacy that the other side would wonder why they think of something like that when, okay, they did not think of something like that when they were in power. Boss, I want to suggest something to you, please. Why don't you introduce a phone-in session so that we can call in and speak what is on our minds and heart for the progress of Ghana and the mother Ghana. Thank you. Yes, we're going to be moving from here. And when we move into our new studios, we'll have that. In fact, we have everything it takes to do that. Unfortunately, we just want to move so we can have a bigger space and unleash other programs on the show. We have 2 more programs we want to unleash. And yeah, man, you will love them. Thank you so much for the idea. Okay? Godwin Mauduji Agbemafle says, more fire. More comments? And this is Ghanaian Facet, right? Facet, Ghanaian Facet. And it's a Black Rasta. May God Almighty bless you. Your program is very educative, very detailed, and your presentation is classic. Yesterday, I really loved how your Ghanaian reggae tunes on the Taxi Driver Show went. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, the Black Pot, Kuku Show Nemo. McCarthy Courage says, Black Rasta, I salute you. More fire. More fire. Conscious Agbemenu Ahos who says, good evening to everyone. Please let's share the live broadcast Black Empire Media to the whole world. Black Rasta, make up yourself for what you're doing for Mother Ghana and Africa. Your name will be remembered forever. Akwesia. Akwekakaefu. Leke. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Showdemo. And more comments. Christ K says, I give you a salute of patriotism. And I salute you back. Salute of patriotism. Pat Awo says, greetings, Black Rasta. Greetings, my love. Dominic says, that person who stopped this guy from becoming finance minister did Ghana a huge good and should be applauded. Okay. Abdul Nasser says, Seahead. Kamshida Zaid said, Black Rasta, move of fire. Yusuf Karim says, NPP, never again. For we have suffered a lot under the hands of these tyrants. May Allah make them remain in opposition till doomsday. Please, greet Honorable Education Minister for me, a.k.a. Gangdu. Gangdu, Tobupura. Gangdu. Move of fire, he says. All right? Yeah, Nana Ogumpawe says, Black Rasta more fire. Della Hammond says, Royal, my foot. Sadiq Abubakar says, move of fire. Abana Ericana says, wow, well spoken. Salute. Patriotism. And Alaji Dole says, fire, yeah. Dominic says, he would have caused more mess to DH than Ofuriata. Woo! GH. Okay? More comments. JDSGH says, greetings, Blakk. We are live. Woyoy. Wani Boy says, welcome back, my lord. Woyoy. Joseph Atta says, here comes the truth. Charlotte Agbeka says, hi, Blakk. Hi, Charlotte. How you doing? Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Blakk. JDSGH says, Blakk, speak truth to power. As always, woyoy. Nobody is bigger than the truth. Our country or nothing. Alberto says, this is of no use. There's important news up there. I don't know what you're talking about. Try and add that so we can understand you, right? Stephen Jackson says, why we are live in the Tuesday class. Good evening to you all. Mr. Blakk Rasta, thank you. Ameto Michael says, good evening, Blakk Rasta. Thank you for all the good deeds. May God be with you and our homeland Ghana, our country or nothing. Rap Thunder says, our country or nothing. Notre pays ou rien. Ameto Michael says, our country first. Let's come together and build this beautiful nation. Johnny Inspiration says to Black Empire Media, the Black Empire Media is the only authentic news source. Blakk Rasta, I trust you. Trust Blakk Rasta for his realistic style of presentation. Blakk Rasta, more fire. And then always a royal. Blakk Rasta, present set. Thank you so much. Aziz Baturi says, more fire, Blakk Rasta. May God give you long life and prosperity. Ali Jibril says, Blakk Rasta, speak truth. Because a hateful truth is better than a useless lie, a useful lie. I like that. Always a royal says, watch this. I like the saying. All right. Solomon Ajete says, fire, yeah. Ali Jibril says to everyone, the only option is to join the Black Pot because you can't beat us. AKUFO-ADDO says, Ghana's political landscape is in shambles, unfortunately. Then we have Ali Jibril says, Blakk Rasta keeps on saying, watch this, because there is a difference between watch and look. So don't just look, but rather watch this. Ebenezer Blankson says, thumbs up. Always a royal. Ken is tribalistic. No two ways about that. Mohammed Banjir one says, we are live with more fire. Raw Mzbel. Come here. Dash it away. Our country or nothing. Patriotism, not politics. Wayoy. Signed MC Scorpion. Insider Shaiman. And Quadro Israel. Says Vim. Rekus says, Blakk, how are you? Congratulations on your good job. As to the previous administrations. I mean, for last year and currently, I hope and feel you will and shall continue with a good job done, certainly. Okay? The general says, Wagwan, Rasta, not respect. Ameto Michael says, Ghana is one, our country, or nothing. Notre pays ou rien. We have Billy Graham down, cause good evening, my boss, Blakk Rasta. Thank God it's Tuesday. It's a new year. Joseph Dankwa says, boss, you can't tell someone how to react after being treated anyhow. Okay, I think you're talking about a sticker issue. So the thing is that you have to be a smart politician. That's all we are saying. Remember, we did not say whether it is true or false because we are not him. All we are saying is that when we are going on a big platform of campaign, remember to put aside all personal issues. Campaign on a broader picture. Don't go there and say, oh, last year I went there, they were sharing mackerel. And when I went, he didn't give me. People will say, oh, this is a stomach politician. So because of mackerel, you have decided to support the other party. Do you get it? And I don't like it when people draw in religion. He's an Assemblies of God man. He's not going to lie. He's not going to... Already you are dividing the people. No smart politician will go on the campaign platform telling them what his religion is. Embrace everybody. When the question comes about religion, let them know that religion is a very personal thing. Yes, and then you interact with everybody, you know. It's very personal. You get it? So that's the point we are making. We are not teaching anyone how to react after being treated somewhat. I hope you get it. All right. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. Your name is Joseph Dankwa. This is the first time I think we're seeing you on the platform. Okay? If it's not the first time, forgive me. Please make sure you subscribe and tell others about us. Ray Dando says, Blakk for a reason. Always a royal. Says, our politicians are campaigning for themselves, so Blakk Rasta. So that's the point I was making. You get it? Dan Solomon says NPP is a disappointment. Ghanaians do not want such a team. SL Emmanuel says fire. Tijani Muhammad says we speak truth to power. Amu of fire. Blakk wayo. All right. We will take the second tranche of the comments pretty soon when we return. Now let's close the show on a lighter note. Story number 5. Watch this. Fire Oja goes crazy at Mzbel at police station. Fire Oja is all over in the news that Fire Oja was arrested, right? Yes. Front page, Ghana Web. Bam! Banner headlines. Fire Oja arrested. Police arrest Prophet Fire Oja. All over Ghana. I didn't think this was that serious until I saw banner headlines that Fire Oja was arrested. So we decided to do the needful as usual. My brother, my sister, to be honest with you, I didn't know anything about this issue. Because I look at things that can change Ghana. Not issues like this. But once Ghanaians are interested in it and it's making banner headlines, I said, let's spend a few seconds on this. So I spoke with Fire Oja and he told me why. But let's see the video that got Fire Oja into trouble. Let's watch it and hear exactly what Fire Oja said. First and foremost, who is Fire Oja? Fire Oja is a Christian man of God. He is a prophet of God who has prophesied a number of times and they came to pass. He gave me a personal prophecy before he even became famous, years back. My brother, my sister, he might have his excesses, but you can't take it away from him. He is anointed. Oh yes, he is. His church is right there around Teshing area there in a certain crib. Tabo dying. In the corner there. That is where all the miracles are spewing from. This is Fire Oja. A very humble man. Very respectful. So when I heard the police had picked him up, I said, what? This was what he allegedly said. Watch this.
Se Mzbel pen ho asama on twi ne ho firi mu. Se wo se oye bele mate se me prophet Jedidia Henry Korea mete ya se ya. Mzbel ehu sa video we bi ma. Ombla bonten sa me twan tronchre Ghana fo bi. Asama metumi akan. Aboa bi e be pla obi wu a aboa bi e be wu a wo plans a. Ebia na enyema bi a hyehye sumase a entimi mpie no. Na me so ni na be pia bonten. Enti Mzbel me did the prophet Fire Oja. What be two futuro go Ghana for when you say okoye so travel baby anya. O ye tro for ba, o ye tro celebrity o ye tro public figure o chan tro. Me say ye je to hospital. Ye di nsuo sisi wo so. Me na America. Na wonim so say na kore. Ti me ye video wi ama. E da encounter video na wo ye me say wo boa. Na se wo ye oba wo gina so a. Sabe try the second video bio. Be hu niyama be pia bonten concerning you and Ulamami. Me da say we did the prophet Jeremy Corey. Me da sa for friend Zion prayer.
This is Fire Oja. Prophet Henry Corey. Now, in that video, he mentioned one Olamami. Who is Olamami? And what is the relationship between Olamami and Mzbel? This is Olamami. I am told she's a spiritualist. And she engages in certain spiritual journeys and travels, known as soul travels. What is soul travel? You will be here. She'll be able to manipulate your spirit or help enhance your spirit so you can travel into different areas of the world with your spirit to see things whilst you are lying here. When the period is over, the spirit returns. It's like a dream. And you can see in this video and many other videos, Olamami is a proud spiritualist. Look at her. She uses herbs, smokes, dances, rhythms, and much more. Most of the time, you'll be asked to lie down, repeat some incantations. They will spread some kind of herbs on you. And using sound and some other such incantations, they are able to get your spirit to travel outside you to specific areas of your choice. Sometimes outside your choice. That is soul travel. Now, according to Fire Oja, this is the godmother of Mzbel. Mzbel is a woman who is still trying to find her spiritual balances. And I love her for that. I like people who try religions. You know, the Bible says, test all the spirits and you will find out which is the best. That is what Mzbel is doing. I have gone through that myself. She was this, she was that, she was this, she was that. She has been a victim of the public. And I don't want to go into that. This is Mzbel, very pretty, very controversial singer. In fact, I'm a fan of Mzbel. Now, Mzbel, according to Fire Oja, has this woman here called Olamami as her godmother. So she went to Olamami, and Olamami took her through the soul travel, that spiritual journey, and gave her some concoctions. And when she went home, she fell ill. According to Fire Oja, some people who take concoctions from this woman sometimes even go crazy. So he was advising the public against that. In this video that we just watched, Fire Oja seemed to be telling people that the information he got was true and that Mzbel actually suffered some serious predicament and was rushed to the Kaswa hospital where she had drips all over her. And Mzbel came out to deny all that. What did Mzbel say? Watch this.
Good evening, Ebusuya, for Adiasan, but I was send me a video because calls name messages no. I don't think I can deal with individuals so me away. Send obi abeti no once and for all. Say when obi I also no so message ya na me pacho wa share amano. Send me management team edit to abontin area way on all my social media platform no sa enetie. Fire Oja was in police custody following allegations or your family who are any without any evidence. Now he was supposed to be in police custody for 48 hours to assist investigation, but I was later on informed say me free CID headquarters hokoye no wa admit to say ni oye ni wrong charges say the born nyina so wachi atomo enti ebe process akọ court. So there was no need to hold him that long at the police headquarters honomo because wajin infuzwa atomo. No 48 hours no was to keep him to assist investigation. Enti yamani bill. Ni ebesi bia no mo aso beti se na agrada de ba ya obi aba courtyard ho a obeblog ye no saa na ye de beto abonten enti mesrɛ mo enye ntro bi na me twa enye bibi na me ka de agi trend say ya chief fire oja and blah blah blah. Please, I woke up one morning and saw videos for sending me odidi matem or attacking me or accusing me or threatening me, say me a bear mammy your bar, me mrabonte me yes, obey, you know, on your beer minimono, and your beer me huneda, or your beer Martinas, Martin and Kakrada, say nya se me a bar ye ya. Kami krami nimus or your sofu, na so your sofu no your influential, no be ye bold at nasi. I can some say I family home. I ain't no crave for whatever reason. It was say medical namran little baby water so the two. Ma fana uncle mamra say yen no yen guni hoofing, yen guni nimas, yen gin fa wounding freenism. No. Me can report yes and a bear. You know, me peace of mind. Because I have noticed say sanoye. Or started so only way yes I know one taking action bia every day bia obaba be stress you so we did what temegu fin or more money won ye fine bi mu yina wa kohwehwe mo chi akwan de mo be go so that's what I heard it does. And from niam kakra me hu social media no I couldn't just sit down for him to do that to me me ni mo no da. And then he confirmed in my presence so oni me hu me da social media no hu me videos. Anthony, yes, yamani bill because watching in phones watu. Wanje antoma anka yebe holding no in police custody for 48 hours. Now you are investigating.
This is Mzbel. Pretty, isn't she? But in this video, she looked quite calm, solemn. Could it be true that she actually was ill? But she looked fresh as well. A little, I mean, you know. But was Fire Oja actually arrested? This is where the story is. Come here and dash it away. Was Fire Oja arrested? As published all over Ghana. Was he arrested? I spoke with Fire Oja and listen to what Fire Oja said. You know, we don't put it out until we have all the information. We never put it out until we have all the information. Watch this.
She said, Mzbel said, it's not true. I'm here, last 2 weeks, and I put on my invitation, said, Mzbel said, me say, oh, transfer social media, and I'm sure we did say, the yet a friend of me, and then I'm now on a call. And I'm afraid no. And I'm seeing him, I'm saying, I'm cancer, I'm saying, coach, now you could, no, I don't know, and you know, oh, my jam, my best will be a new watching, will be answered, the me, and I'm a call.
Oh, but that's a pa. Now, assemble na oka fa Mzbel on.
Menka, gave me a friend who lama me. Gave you yes so travels a day. And I'm comforted, the one summer blame say. I do not the man woman, or me yale, and the demon so able but damn and you papa. And some of my so travel, and I may share awareness, no social media man, someone show me you said, you know, and yet, and I made the video say, and some of the social media now make an drop. And drop, yes, Olama may so travel problem, and I made the P. And ya pala on you lama me juma say who Mzbel crab you obey so travel no crano Oh, yeah, I'm a joke to hospital. I don't remember cancer, and I'm Mzbel. So travel you can't be a cram. Oh, yeah, in a joke to hospital, say, me good any mass in tea. On the back of court. I said, and I
Wow. And to call an opposite for almost saying.
They did nothing. The only thing someone said, mention I am Casanam no and cockot because me innocent. And I'm saying, oh, young Shonian comes in no and cockot. I know, or my BBA, almost me and coffee. A due court on my friend. Asa, there's nothing. Obia no betchin, Obia farming to Obia farm of Guminsa. Me control my statement. Say, Mzbel say, now I'm control my statement. Asa.
I say, on him Kasano, or Sinana Wawa Swoom. He said he was never arrested. He was not put into any custody of the police. No handcuffs were put on him. He went there, wrote his statement, and he saw Mzbel there. It's a lengthy tape. So I asked him, did you speak with Mzbel? He said no. And I said, Bisano. Oh, Mzbel na wa muna na. I say, oh, there be. And we dey me kasa asem na ebe intro. On muna ye. Onuka hu me no. She was normal. And I so me call her normal. But police for no say, me call hu Mzbel na me no nka. I should go and talk to Mzbel so that we'll fix the issue. So that everything will be cool. And I said, no. I want the matter to go to court. Go to court. Because I'm innocent. I haven't said anything wrong. People came and told me, including Mzbel's PA, and a lady working with Ulamami, the spiritualist. They told me that the medicines that they give to people who come there make the people sicker. Sometimes they even go crazy. Even when Mzbel came there, she felt so ill. She was hospitalized. Her own PA and somebody working under this spiritualist. My brother, my sister, we like to go to the bottom of every information. We don't just come out. We go deep into it. So know where you heard it first. Fire Oja, never arrested. In fact, when you listen to the full tape, he said that the day the police invited him, he couldn't even make it. He begged them that he would come in his free time. And they agreed, knowing who he was. Or better still, who he is. So after an interview on radio, he decided to go. So he called the police and they said, oh, you can come. And when he went, Mzbel was there. So, soul travel gone bad, allegedly. How is this matter going? Will they sort it out? I think that they should sort it out before they go to court, waste each other's time and all that. We'll bring you exclusives when things happen. It's a Blakk Pot, aka KWESI, where we speak truth to power. My name is Blakk Rasta, and I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you for such a beautiful Tuesday. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please do. And remember, this is the headquarters of the truth. We love you. It's the most decent online platform. Patriotism, no politics. You see, everybody here is decent. No abua kwasia and all that. Very decent, isn't it? Yeah, man. You can still be punchy without being abusive. All right? Yeah, man. Our country. And then you respond, or nothing. Notre pays. Then you say, ou rien. All right. So let's look at your final comments. And we'll be out of here in the next few minutes. Okay? Conscious Agbe Menu Hours who says fire, ya. Alhaji Kabiru Bandado says more fire. Happy New Year, Blakk Rasta, watching you live from Canada. Baden Benjamin says useless renaming. Let them use the money to pay teachers. Charlotte Agbeka says the show went off on YouTube. True? No, maybe your area there had some skirmishes. I mean, many people would have told us. But I mean, check it out. There are so many people here. Check it out on YouTube if it went off. And the good thing is that if it does go off on Facebook, it is on YouTube. And if it goes on YouTube, but we always make sure it's on. Yeah? We never go off. You understand? Well, thank you for drawing our attention to this. We love you. Isa Jesus says, fire ya Black Rasta. Force Ovi Omoto. I like this name. Says, greetings from Athens. That's in Greece. Thank you so much, my brother. Land of history. I hope to be in Greece one of these days. Okay? It's my dream. Okay? Now, Isa Jesus says, fire, Black Rasta, we love you. Because you are doing a great job for Mother Ghana. Bali B, Akate says, which university did he build in his 8 years? I think he used Shabby roads and cemetery to name them. Well, I know what you mean. Okay? Henry Sasso says, greetings. Force Obi Omoto says, Black Rasta, my man. Love you, my brother. Alfred Lai says, greetings from Austria. Kangriba Asang Miam David. Asangriga. Yes, Asangriba Asangbi Yam David says, I always enjoy your talk. God bless you, Black Rasta. Felix Ameto says, move of fire. Okay? And then we have Falsey, right? Say, Black Rasta, you are such a reckless and propaganda stomach stupid talk show. Won't work. Okay? We hear you. Thank you for the warning. Conscious Agbemenu Aosu says, NPP, never again. Emmanuel, okay, says, move fire. Good work, Black Rasta. Charlotte Agbeka says, yes, Black, louder. Cliffan GH says, Falsey Blesco, the hallmark of an NPP member. Disrespect. So again, you can disagree without being abusive. You understand? Falsey Blesco. I think I say your name now. You guys cannot stand anyone who is speaking the truth to your bad governance. But remember, we don't have NPP Ghana, CPP Ghana, or NDC Ghana. What we have is our Ghana. Ghana. Okay? Rico says, Black, I really like your submission, suggestions, and contents. Yet, with STICKA, I think he has to watch his ways very carefully by not swinging from back and front. Yes, Ken knows what to do. But him, I don't know. Always a royal. Reversal of names of institutions, I second. Too heavy says, please check your story of Haruna and Mutala beef well. I think it was rather Inus Husseini and Mutala and not Haruna. It was Haruna. In fact, I was even part of it in the negotiation. I remember I spoke with my brother, so I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thanks so much for, that suggestion, okay? Always a royal says, let's keep the names of the institutions simple. Riku says, brah, good work done. Good job. Everyone in the diaspora is watching you. Do you know that, Black Rasta? Black, you are the best. Salute. Of patriotism, Ricos, we love you. Felix Okran says, let's change it and be free. There's nothing to be compared to the original. And he says, Black Empire all the way. Thank you, we love you. We love you, we love you, we love you. And then Fidelis Abilba says, stop thinking with your elbow and use your head. He's talking to the brother there, okay? Who said it's a reckless and blah, 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 blah. Mohammed Prosper says, NPP, never again. Joe DK Quistes, watching the truth from Hamburg, Germany. We love you. Archangel Bofoche Trinity says, never again, NPP. Janconi Warris says, move fire, good over evil. Christ K says, NPP, never again. Okay? NPP, never again. And then we have Charlotte Agbeka, on the case of Blesco. Says, so you guys hate the truth, right? Jason Stratt says, amazing presentation. You truly own the movement. Thank you. Alexander KWESI says, Tuma Black Rasta, Fudowela. How can the Western countries have Africa and Africans' gold in their reserves for the benefit of their economy and their citizens, but the countries with the gold has to be blessed with are being attacked for their own reserves to defend themselves and their economy? This is a question for the gods. African leaders must sit up. I don't wish any government to fail, but if that's the plan of the NPP, the nation wreckers, we are watching you from Ontario, Canada. Keep watching them. Suleimana Jaguar says Black Rasta. Chini Inyele. Chini Inyele. I wonder what it is. I'll try to find out. Chini Inyele. Chini Inyele. Chini Inyele. Chini Inyele. Chini. Bulenya Chini. Chini. Bulenya Chini. Chini. Okay, we'll find out. Sorry about that. I thought I was speaking to him one-on-one. Musa Sow says, Black, tell them the truth because the truth will never disappoint you. Respect. Michael Kubil says the truth is one. No wonder Ghana witnessed hell during the 8-year period of the family and friend government of Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFO-ADDO. Looting was free for all appointees. Bliss Abound says torture them with the truth, Black. Christ K says the program is not a partisan program. So please, let's all behave as Ghanaians. The Ghanaian flag is the mother of all political flags. And Black Rasta always try to protect the Ghanaian flag. Please stop attacking him. Blessed love. Oh, as for the attacks, we are used to them. Anyway, I appreciate you. Raymond Agirima says, Black Rasta, have you even found some time to read about the success of Ghana's economy, which has turned the corner sharply? The IMF and other economic think tanks are commending the previous government. Which previous government? Hey, Raymond. Raymond, we hear you. So you want us to go back to the previous government so that the IMF can commend us more. Okay. Anyway, I love that. I take it with a pinch of salt. Papa J says, if you want to be a pastor, let us know. What kind of disguised Rasta man is this? Who is a pastor? Who is a Rasta man? They both preach, isn't it? What frightens them is the knowledge, you know. Yeah, when they try to get you angry and you are smiling, then they don't understand. They go back to their malams and yamboka to find out, nothing we do but the guy is still. Anyway, Papa J, I am who I am. Yeah, you understand? Raymond Agerima says, your brother, Dr. Baumia's domestic gold purchase program is also an indicator that helped the economy improve faster. And it didn't improve in the 8 years that they were there. Oh, Agerima. Anyway, we are not saying and we cannot pretend that everything that the NPP did was bad. No. There were some that were good. This goal for reserve whatever could have also been a trigger. A few other things could have triggered whatever. But we are saying that within the 8 years we went through hell, and that is realism. Okay? It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. If you want to talk to us beyond this, our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and talk to us. You have a business you want us to advertise. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. We love you and we appreciate you. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. My name, Black Rasta. Hiya! Hiyo! Wayo!
Hey,